Hi folks, my name's Joe Patterson. Thank you for stopping by my YouTube channel. Let's talk real quick about all sin being the same. Are there greater sins than others? I guess it bothers me some when people act like all sins are the same. Well, all sins are the same, there's really no sin greater than another. But Jesus said otherwise. So it's better to speak accurately instead of just coming across a notion. It's just a notion. Well, just surely all sin's the same if all sin leads to death, but all sin doesn't lead to death. Wow, did you know that? If you'll read your Bible, open it up into 1 John. Start reading in 1 John. Read the whole book. You will find out in there that he claims clearly there are sins that do not lead to death. But then there are those sins that lead to death. But not all sins lead to death. Just like you're taught. You're taught that all sins lead to death. But in 1 John, this precious John on the islet of Patmos, that John, right? He is declaring to you that all sin does not lead to death. Okay. So there are greater sins. Jesus said, the one who come to get him, that though he was sinning by coming to condemn the innocent, the one who handed him over, the one who betrayed him, was guilty of a greater sin. A greater sin. Wow. There Jesus said it. He declared it. He is the teacher, the Son of God. Okay? He is the Holy One, the Lamb, the salvation of our souls. He said there was greater sin. He said, I think in the book of Jude, it talks about blackest darkness awaits those who deceive others. The false teachers and preachers, the clouds without rain, the ones who promise you freedom while they themselves are slaves of depravity, the ones that are deceiving you and hurting others. Great darkness waits him, greatest darkness, blackest darkness, he says. So there's a greater sin, there's a greater punishment. Anyway, hope you can hear it. Short video, don't need to be a long one. Just understanding, if you've ever said that, it would be wise to stop saying it. Because there are greater sins than others. There are sins that lead to death. All the sins that lead to death, they're all bad. But there are greater sins. Ask yourself real quick, before I'm done here, if you gossip is sin that leads to death. You can't be a gossip or a swindler. Okay? Now, if you had your choice of someone sinning against you, would you choose a gossip sinning against you, or would you choose a sexual predator taking one of your little children and having relations with them? Okay, so in your heart, which one would you find to be a greater offense? Right, and most people are going to find the predator that's molesting your child. They're going to find that one more offensive than the gossip. But yet both sins lead to death. So try to understand that it's foolishness when we act like everything is all just the same. It's not. There are great rewards in heaven. There are people that are great in heaven, and there are the least. Okay? So all of that is there for purposes that God designs. Till next time, Brother Joe, on Greater Sins.